good morning, good morning, everyone. You are through to the Adassah at Large on Sunday show. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a beautiful festive season and a wonderful start of the new year. Happy New Year, everyone, for 2025. So, a few housekeeping rules just like, share, and subscribe to the platform. Just build up that platform, build up those numbers, and also you'll be privileged with all the new shows right at your fingertips. Soon as they appear, click on that notification bell, and then all the new shows will appear, and you don't need to worry. You'll be notified well ahead in advance. So, what have we got lined up for you today on Magnet Radio and the Adassah at Large on Sunday show? Well, we have got a UK talent today. Yes, we have indeed. UK talent, born and bred in London, my hometown. Yes, singer, songwriter, producer, multi talented with all different instruments. Definitely so. Worked with in collaboration with many artists, and we're going to be talking all about that on the show today. Yes, we are going to be talking. We're going to be talking about how they've just acquired this eclectic sound. So wherever they go, R&B, soul, neo soul, reggae, jazz, funk, pop. The list goes on and on and on. But before we meet the man himself, oh yes, P Vibes, we're going to give a little snippet of some of his work, what he's all about. We're going to spread the love. So spread the love. Check him out before we meet him. P Vibes.
you know that love is gone.
Absolutely fantastic. Welcome, Pete Vibes. Welcome.
How you doing?
Wonderful. We love it. Absolutely talent, pure talent. So, how are you this morning, P
Yeah,
Vibes?
I'm good. Just a little bit tired, like just a little
Oh,
bit. Yeah.
well,
How
we're
are
going to
you?
wake you up this morning alongside all the listeners.
Right.
Well, welcome to the Adassah at Large on Sunday show.
Thanks for
What?
having me. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, you are more
Thank you.
than welcome. You are more than welcome. That song, that's one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs. There's some other ones that we're going to feature today, but definitely so. Wonderful. You know, and it's nice to talk to. I love talking to everybody, but it's so nice to talk to a UK artist, a UK talented artist on the platform. So, P-Wise, how did you get to just be so talented? Because you you not only write,
Mhm,
you sing,
mhm.
you
That's
play instruments,
true.
you produce as well. What don't you do?
Well, I just try my best to do what I do. I try to do my best. There's a lot of people out there that are so great at what they do. I'm just trying to keep up. There's a lot of people that I admire, and I
Mhm.
just like sort of just try to emulate what they do. You know, just try to be the best that I can at what I do. And
Because
I
when
never
I
take it
hear,
for granted. I don't really think of myself like I overhype myself like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Because as I said to you, there's so many people out there that are so great at what they do. I'm just honored, that God has given me something I can actually use, and some gift that I can make use of myself. And so I appreciate that. Sure. Understand?
well, it's definitely a gift that you have, and it's so eclectic as well. So, like when I listen to your music, it's very, some of your music is very eclectic. Then, and you can't quite put it into a category as
Mm.
such. And then there's others that, yes, you can clearly define it in certain categories. But your categories, you've got a wide catalogue, a big portfolio.
Oh man.
Not all artists can achieve that, P Vibes. So you cover, as I said, soul, neo soul, jazz, funk,
Mm-hmm.
pop,
Mm-hmm.
indie, oh, reggae, dub. I don't know what else you do.
Yeah. I guess it's like we're like being UK born and bred.
Yeah,
It's like a hub. They say it's like the music capital of the world, and it's
yeah,
kind of true because we have all the different what do you call it cultures that
right.
come here. Well, we could say the same for America, but it's a little bit different because we also got the Caribbean influence. We have the reggae, the soca, dub, and all the other stuff as well. Zouk. And then we also have European influence, the British influence here. We're sort of like can't get away from that, basically. Um, we're here, so we're going to hear it whether we want to hear it or not. The pop and stuff that's created here and in Europe, and then we also have the big American influence. That
Hmm.
we have the African influence. So we just like we're surrounded. So I grew up with friends from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Jamaica, from Trinidad, India, you name it. Uh,
Yeah.
people from Italy or Italian extraction and various other places in Europe. So we sort of like exposed to a wide range of stuff. And, because I'm surprisingly when I went to the States, I spent time out there, like the radio was so programmed, like, you'd have a specific station that would only play a specific type of music and,
Hmm.
and that was it. And it's like in certain areas, that's like predominantly what it was, when I wanted to listen to anything else. So like here, you're just exposed to so many different things. So I just absorbed it, absorbed
Wow.
And growing up, you know, my mum sang in the church. We liked a lot of like church music, and so I was supposed to that. And then we had reggae, and my mum liked a bit of classical, so sometimes she'd have it on the radio free or one of those things. I was really young, like a lot of classical music,
Mm-hmm.
just the good sounds. You know? So
Brilliant.
yeah, my love for music started from there. So it's like whatever sounded good to me, like, you know, especially chords. I was always attracted to like chord progressions. I found out chord progressions would always evoke a certain emotion. There was something about chords that would set a tone for me. Like, you know, I'd hear the open chord, few bars of a song and a certain chord would just set a certain thing. And I said, I don't feel this. And I'm talking as young as like, you know, as 4 or 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a certain thing about this song. Whether it was melancholy or happy or upbeat, there was something that would grab me, you know? And Stevie Wonder was one of those people. As soon as whenever I'd hear his music, it would just evoke something. And I think that was sort of like a pursuit. That was a seed I planted, a pursuit to kind of figure out as I got into music, like, you know, why is it these chords, what is it about these things and these progressions that create or evoke a certain feeling or emotion up. Yeah.
Wow, you've mentioned so many things that I'm going to unpick today. So, you mentioned that you spent some time in America, you know, because your accent isn't the typical London accent, P5. It's, I can't quite make it out. It sounds, I can never be,
It's eclectic, right?
it is.
It's
It's a
eclectic.
very
Yeah.
eclectic.
Well, the funny thing is, like, when I grew up in my house,
Mm-hmm.
most of my friends who were born would go to their homes and they'd be, Mom, can I have this? Mom, can I do this? That? Can I go out? And, you know, that's how they speak. I don't know what they speak like when I wasn't around in the house, but I can mostly guarantee that they spoke like that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, when we were growing up, we spoke we spoke with Jamaican accent in the house to our parents. That's what we spoke.
Okay.
Yeah, we spoke like with a Jamaican twang. And that's how we used to speak in the house, you know, until we start going to school and then my parents said, they can't talk that. So they can't talk like that. When they go, you can't say that every time, you know what I mean? And
Oh,
so, yeah, and then sometimes now my friends would come by the house and they'd be like, how do you speak like that? You know, why do you speak like that? Like, you know, like they'd be outside and like, Mommy, Daddy, come here, me can't, blah, blah, blah. Daddy, come here, on something, you know? And they'd be like, oh. Yes, I think that sort of probably, well, definitely influence the inflections in my speech. You know,
right,
so
right.
why there's a twang when I go out and I speak like English, like I speak now, and I go back home and speak with all this speech, you know, like in our own circle, and then
Yeah,
go out.
I can
And
barely
then,
hear you.
so I
Yeah.
grew up. I had a Canadian friend when I was really young. About 8 years old, this Canadian friend was come around, and I just like, had a lot of American friends, especially a specific particular person. We used to speak all the time, so I'd
Yeah.
always hear accent, you know. And
Right.
yeah, and all throughout my life, I always had a guy, an American sort of like buddy, around me. And so
Ah.
yeah, it was always around.
And how long did you spend? So you have American US friends that influenced your accent. And how long did you spend in America?
I spent about 6 months.
6 months. Okay, so
Mm.
that would influence an accent as well,
Yeah.
especially if you're quick to pick up accents
Oh
like
yeah.
myself.
When I came back, I used to send a lot of tapes. Funny, I had this girlfriend, and I used to like send her tapes, like, you know, like I'd record stuff and send it over.
Hmm.
This back and forth thing. And when I started listening back to it later, I'm like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
listen to the voice. It was got an accent. And when I came back, a lot of people said, oh, your voice is changing. But obviously, well, you know, when a lot of British people go to the States and they say, oh, you know, they hear the accent, they freak out. But because of it was so subtle, some of them didn't even hear it initially,
Right.
you know, because it was like, yeah, mate, you're right. You know what I mean? How's it going, mate? Yeah. You know, I don't speak like that. So, you know, you sound like, but it wasn't obvious initially, you
Yeah.
know. Only sometimes if I speak a little bit more broad or a little bit more, you know, on occasion, then, oh, oh, you're from
And even your musical flair is a bit like that. Because remember when I first connected with yourself, I
Mhm.
actually thought that you was a US artist. I had no idea that you was UK. When you said UK, and then when I heard you talking, then I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Um, so even your style,
Mhm.
and you mentioned Stevie Wonder because I've been listening to what you were saying.
Mhm.
Um, so I can even your style is like an eclectic of
Mhm.
Stevie Wonder, people like Amp Fiddler,
Mhm.
um, D'Angelo. I can hear certain influences in your style.
Yeah, I guess it's that when you mention those people, they have like a lot of
Mm,
funk in the music. They got like funk flair, old school. So, and that's always been the music that I've gravitated towards, even before the trends coming in now. You know, um, modern R&B and all that take on stuff. I always liked the 60s and the 70s type stuff and the 80s, early mid 80s, more sort of organic thing. That's what,
hmm
and there was a time I was producing a lot of R&B, like so programming, a lot of programming stuff. I would get on the sequence saying, oh yeah, you got to make sure the velocities are like this, you got to make sure everything's tight and streamlined, and it's like, perfect. And I was in that for a time, and I was working with a lot of people doing stuff like that. But at the same time, while all that was going on, I'll be doing other stuff, I'll be doing live stuff, and I'll be the music I was mostly listening to was still um, old school funk, Ohio players, James Brown, Funkadelic, um,
hmm
and the Stevie Wonders, and all those people, the George Dukes. I listened to a lot of jazz fusion as well from that period and that era, and that
Yeah,
was really
I love that
what I
era.
liked. So I used to make my own. While all that was going on, I used to do my own stuff myself, and it was more in line with that kind of stuff. It wasn't like that current um, vibe that was, I was working on at the time.
hmm
And they got to a point where I remember one day I was doing stuff because I had a lot of mates that were producers and good musicians as well, keyboard players, most of them, and or beat makers, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I've done this beat, listen to this and program. Oh yeah, you got to make sure that there's the snare and the thing is on this, and and you shift and it's quantized and all that kind of stuff." And one day I was just doing all that, and I just said, "Oh, to hell with this, I can't do this anymore. It's just too restricted for me." And I just decided, okay, I'm gonna do away with that, and I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna get something else like a tape machine where I can actually just like when I'm doing my own stuff. I used to do that anyway, and
Right.
play more live, incorporate more live playing into the music that I'm doing. So eventually, I just sort of like decided I wanted to do the music like the people that you just mentioned. I wanted to
Yeah.
sort of and I said, look, I can find people that is interested in that kind of stuff, and that's fine because that's what makes me happy. And yeah, so I just started accumulating more equipment to record in that way, and I just for it to this day, So most of the stuff you hear in there is not. I don't really. The bass lines and all that stuff, and the keys, they're all played live. I don't really sort of like sequence and stuff like that. I don't really, to be honest, with my like, you've heard of a DAW, a digital audio workstation. That's
hmm
the system that we use to record nowadays, right? So they have a MIDI format and they have an audio format, so you can record in MIDI, like program, step program, and all that kind of stuff. Program it in loops, and then you can also you've got your audio where you just play in, but you can play loops in there as well. You can paste it. But to be honest with you, since I've been using
hmm
that stuff, I've not really been messing with the MIDI at all. I'm not messing with the MIDI at all. It's just I just play into the audio all the time, all the time. And even if it's like I'm gonna look for a loop or something, I just use the audio. I don't really use the MIDI. But the MIDI has its advantages because if you're working with someone and you program a whole song and you're giving it to someone, the key might not be right. So with the MIDI, you can just automatically because it's just what the MIDI is. They're just signals. There's no sound. But once you select your modules, your sound modules and stuff, then that code will start to play the sounds out. So you can actually just change the key to fit that artist a situation with me sometimes. I've done stuff and it's like, man, oh, I like this, but the keys to something, like, you know, then I have to go and play it all over again. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, but I still prefer that. You know,
You also sing, you know, because you're a writer, producer, and everything, and you play instruments, but you also actually sing as well. When did you realize that you had singing talent?
when did I realize? But first, I used to do a bit of MCing. You know, I was quite good. I used to MC a bit, but I never really. I used to sing when I was little, but I never really. I wasn't like, okay, like say you know, you see an exceptional young kids when they, you know, they open their mouth and you think, damn, how did that come up with like 5 or 4 or 6, 7, 8 year olds? You know,
Mm.
Michael Jackson and all this kind of Stevie. I mean, I could sing, I could hold a note when I was younger, and I used to write songs. You know, that's how I really started out. But
Oh,
I never thought my voice was anything special. It was just like, you know, I used to sing just like anyone else, just sing. And I think how did I discover that? I think it was just something that grew gradually as I went along. I used to emulate a lot of those funk people like Jesse Johnson, uh, Prince, James.
okay.
Um, I used to try to sing in that way because that's the kind of music when I was going through my college. I used to be in a funk band, and those were the kind of stuff I used to listen to, you know, the Ohio players and all that kind of stuff. Then it got to a point where I started exaggerating that kind of thing. You know, it was very effective later on. I started doing it. I was putting too much grunts and groans and, you know, stuff in there. It was like, when I started,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
listened back to some of that stuff and I thought, what were you, you know, what was you on about? You know, like I'll be sitting kind of normal and the voice is kind of nice and smooth and scandal, yeah, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Now
Yeah.
you're not being authentic. You are now
Yeah.
beginning
Yeah.
to, because people have said, oh, you sound like something. You sound a bit like this person. So then I start like consciously doing it, which is like sounding wrong. So then I step back
Mm.
again, and
Yeah.
then I started, you know, going through the motions, finding my voice. I think I'm still finding
Yeah. Find you. Find you. That's the best way, isn't it?
it. Hmm.
And you know, you've worked with so many artists, collaborated with so many artists. Can you name us some of the artists that tell us some of the artists that you've worked with?
I don't know about so many, but you know, I'm trying to get the list up. Yeah. Let's say I've worked with many. There's this a singer called what's her name? Tasita Damore, who was a part of Real People, who I've done some stuff with back in the day. We was in a band and some stuff together. I had a track released in Japan by DJ Kawasaki, and it was mixed by Robin Lee from Real People.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a cool thing. We had some other stuff in the pipelines. I've done a collaboration with Copyright Productions. They're really cool guys. Signed to the Defected label. They're like big in the soulful house music scene. Soul Fury.
Oh, yeah, I like Soulful House.
Yeah, Gavin, and sorry, whatever. You know, Gavin and I can't remember the other person's name, but all respect due to copyright. And from there, Shez Raja, he's a bass player.
Okay.
Yeah, he's band. He's doing really well. So he's a jazz fusion bass player, and I met him at a gig, rehearsal that we were playing. That he came to, and we sort of like got to know each other, and he invited me to play in his band. And so I joined his band, done some recording with him, and he's done really great things. You know, really, they're actually really big on the British or on the jazz fusion scene. You know,
Right. Right.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, done quite a lot of things, worked with a lot of great people.
So all our jazz viewers will know them.
Yeah, that's right. So we're Kinch, or Dennis Baptiste, yeah, the you name it, with them guys from the States who were like Mike Stern and Randy Brecker. Yeah, you know, just massive, you know, and international guy. Yeah, so he and he's worked with tons of people before he started his band. He was the bass player for MC Light, and there was other people he played with before he decided to go solo and do his own thing. And there's Lifford,
Oh, yes.
Bible Dodger, you know, Garage King, you know, Garage King, Soul Man, Lane from the States, Soul Queen. And the thing that struck me when I got to work with her, because I was a big fan from before I got to know her. And there's an album the first album that she had was produced by Omar, John, Raphael, Sadiq, Speech, Arrested Development, and others. And the second album, I think she had John B producing on there, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. And these are all like people that I really looked up to and respect, you know, like Omar, especially Raphael Sadiq and Shaheed and John B. I was like, that, you know.
Wow.
Oh, man. So when the time came that I got to work with her, and it's aligned, you know, for God's grace, I was like, man, now, you know, following behind these cats, you know, these are these guys, like, I'm working with this person, that's what these guys that, you know, that are like reading me, like, checking on, you know. So yeah, that was a really nice touch to have the opportunity.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
So
another one, Josiah Armstrong, percussionist to the stars. She's played with Raphael Sadiq, Rain Devon, Frank McComb.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Charge. Yeah, you know, and she's played one of the things with me. It's been an honor, pleasure. She's a doctor now, Dr. Josiah, and she's also an endorsee of Sabian symbols and some other stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's just going on stuff. And there's other people in the pipelines that's been just like hanging around. Well, not hanging around, they're waiting for me, and I've just been trying to get stuff together. So, you know.
Brilliant.
Chapter Eshe Escoffery of the Escofferys as well.
Oh, I love Eshe Escoffery. Hi, Eshe.
Yeah. So yeah.
Brilliant.
A few names there that I'm talking to at the moment, but I won't say anything because, you know, just you know.
Well, we're going to feature some of those. We're going to feature some of your collaborations today.
Yeah.
Sweet. Definitely. And talking about featuring collaboration, we're going to play Just In Case by Lene.
Right.
Yeah, one of your collaborations that you just mentioned just now.
Just in case.
just in case.
Wow, brilliant. Apologies everyone for the video. It's no reflection on the main video. I think there's just some technical glitch, but that was beautiful. At least we heard all of the song. Brilliant. What was it like working with Lene P
Uh,
Vibes?
wow. Yeah, it's like a dream come true because I said to you, like, I was a big fan from the first album. The first album dropped. Just during the Neo Soul, what you call it? The Neo Soul, when the spearheading of the Neo Soul movement was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Her album dropped in that sort of like just after the initial D'Angelo and Derek and all that kind of stuff. So I remember one day I was just like listening to the radio and heard this song. It's called Infatuation. It sounded like Prince. Kind of Prince, like a slow jam with these nice horns, and it was a scheme. I said, "What's this Prince?" And I was like, "What's this?" And then I heard the DJ talking about it, and then he mentioned the name. It's like, "Oh yeah, he signed to what? She signed to." Yeah, I'm like Babyface's wife's label, which is a Sony subsidiary. And they would, they were like just lifting her up to the skies, like, the potential of this woman and actually great songwriter and stuff like that. Got a lot of like, what do you call it? When you have a lot of, what's it called it? Just a potential, but they have a lot of hope and a lot of like expectations and, the expectations of this artist that they signed. And so the DJ said, I've got to check this out. So I went out and I found that album, I bought it, I took it, I was like, wow, there's Omar on there, there's some fun stuff, it's really great stuff. Yeah, I was just a big fan from there, me and another friend, and yeah, it was just like strange. Like then he went out and he released a few more albums after, and he had the albums, and we just exchanged albums and on this thing. So when I actually met her on MySpace, when
Mm-hmm.
all I just done, I was just to send her a message and I said to her, look, it's great to meet you here. I'm a big fan, So hi, like I never expected anything back. I was just like, hello, you know. It's just nice to be able to actually, because the great thing about MySpace at the time was that you was able to interact with people that you would have never been able to interact with, like artists
Yes.
you would not speak to. And to be honest, I spoke to a lot of great people on a lot of great people, and I just mentioned that anyway. And yeah, so she got back to me. She said, yeah, well, thank you for because you're like my own little music artist. She said, well, I really like your vibes for you guys, and maybe we could like collaborate, man. She said, and there
Oh
was some,
wow. So
yeah,
she
yeah,
suggested.
yeah, that's right. Because there was a
Brilliant.
demo. There was because I basically had some stuff that I'd recorded with certain artists, but due to copyright reasons, I couldn't put them up.
Yes, yes.
So I just had to I started creating stuff in the studio just to throw up there. So sometimes they were just like quick jams, like just one take, quick stuff, like just a blam, 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 just to let people know, oh, I'm over here, I can make a few beats, I can do something. So if you want to collaborate. So I just had to do stuff and just throw it up there. Sometimes like vocals are half baked and all that, but just throw
Mhm.
stuff. And I just this thing was a intro to the vibe of that studio. It's it's more like a jingle sort of thing. And I was using the talk box on there. It was like a funky beat, this dubby kind of bass line, but I think it was played on the synth, not on the bass guitar. And with these like quirky kind of sounds, that's the sound like my uses like Lord sounds. So she heard it and she said, oh, and that vibe that you got there really reminds me of I'm thinking of ISP vibes. So because of those sounds, she's like, oh yeah, maybe we could work together. What? I have to kind of sit down for a minute and think, yeah, and that's how the relationship started. Just started going back and forth, talking. And behold,
Brilliant.
yeah.
You mentioned Omar's name. Have you ever worked with Omar?
No, no.
Not
I've just
yet.
been a
Not
fan.
yet.
I've just been a big fan from there. Almost like yeah, he's the man. So it's like just someone. I sort of put him up there with all the other great that
He's brilliant. He is
yeah,
brilliant.
that like I my Stevie. I suppose
Mm.
that Omar's influence on me has impacted me in a similar way, in the sense that when I used to listen to him and think, like, some of my friends that were like more into like more sort of the other stuff.
Hmm.
Like, why is he's so onto this, why is he onto this stuff? He's like this Omar thing, like some of them couldn't get it. Some of them did. My family did.
Hmm.
My sisters now. Something like, it's just a bit different. But that was it for me. It was like there was just I think what it is as well, because his influences very much most of the stuff I like. So um, I could hear a lot of things in there. I just instantly could relate to it. Jazz, the
Yeah.
funk, soul, the old school vibe, that raw edge, the raw edge that he has. So this thing that he likes, you know. So it's definitely a little Kindred thing and there with my admiration for his music, and it's been like that from the full time. So, yeah.
Okay, yep. Get your style, yeah. But it's wonderful. It's wonderful. We've still got to look out for those sort of collaborations, and they will come. They will come. Oh yeah, definitely. So we've got Eshe saying hello to us
Hello,
in the
Eshe.
chat room. Hello, Eshe Scoffrey. I'm glad you're tuned in. Cheers to you. Look, you've got your flute glass.
How you mean?
You're not messing
It's the beginning of
about.
the year, man. We gotta start this thing off right.
You have.
Yeah,
You've
start this thing
started it
right.
off in style. You know, I've got my jug, you know. I won't
Yeah.
show the
Oh,
screen.
when I also say Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year, yeah.
Oh,
God bless everybody for the new year. Yeah.
cheers. I got my little tumbler. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And you've worked with Eshe as Scoffrey
Yes.
as well,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Gonna play a little bit of Cosmic Lover featuring Eshe Escoffery. Gotta play it in the background. Here we are. Hey. Our wonderful Eshe. So on this track, P Vibes, are you doing the music production in the background? Are you doing?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Cosmic lover, let's go higher, higher. Cosmic lover, feeling you. Cosmic lover, I get higher, higher. Cosmic lover,
Brilliant music.
you got me in the groove of love, yeah. You got me in the groove of love. You got me in the groove of love, yeah. You got me in the groove of love. Whoa, ah, whoa, ah, whoa. We can make a movie, be the leading roles, dance to life as one, a heartbeat and a breath. Love is a groove, that's how we move.
So you're naturally gifted, P Vibes, but did you get any formal training on top of your natural gift?
Yeah, I've received a little formal training, but I didn't stick out the whole course of everything I was supposed to have done, you know. But I did do a diploma, yeah, and I done ensemble music stuff, group ensembles, done some theory grades, and yeah, that stuff. Personally, like keyboard, jazz theory classes, and other stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm supposed to go on to the degree, but we all sort of flunked out to we thought that we were like ready to start, and we sort of like jumped ship. And, a lot of things were supposed to happen during that period, but it didn't happen, basically. And I
think during that period, a lot of things happened.
I never really got back into the studies. I was supposed to go back, but I just got into a lot of other things. Still music, yeah. So, sort of like put it on the back burner.
But you're here now, and it's absolutely great. Your portfolio and your catalog, absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Eshe. Eshe sharing the show as we speak. Bless you, Eshe. Bless you. Beautiful. I've interviewed Eshe as well on the show as well. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant artist, great lady.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we've done a couple of things together. Definitely looking forward to some more stuff as well. So yeah,
Hmm.
space.
Cosmic lover, cosmic lover, cosmic lover. I want no other. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding.
So alongside Eshe and Lene,
Mm-hmm.
Lene, I have difficulty pronouncing Lene's name because Lene's name is spelled as if it should be pronounced a different way. So I have to double think about that one. But yeah, Lene, beautiful, two great artists, wonderful. So these are the more recent collaborations that you've
Mm-hmm.
had, isn't it? And then there's another one with Lifford.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love all your collaborations with all of them. But there's a song that you and it's my favorite song. I think it's my favorite song. One
Really?
of my favorite songs. It's up there. It's the top three.
Right. Okay.
But my view. Everyone's different. But I played it. I play it quite a few times on the Soul City show that I have on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, P Vibes, you know, and it's called Recipe. Did you write Recipe?
Oh, recipe. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. That was written by that's Lifford wrote that. That's from the Vibes Dub Sessions Volume 2. And
right.
he wrote the melody and the lyrics to it. I done the music. And actually there's trumpet player called Vicky Flint that's
Hmm.
also on trumpet on that track. He's playing the horns.
And then you did the musical composition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, it definitely worked. It was a good recipe, all of you put together.
Yeah.
I love that song. I'm gonna play it now. I know it's another song fan. We're gonna talk afterwards. We're gonna talk some more after. I just love this song. I love it so much.
Yeah. Add a little bit of cinnamon when making love. Then you add a pinch of sugar takes bitterness away and make some sweet sunshine. Bring it to the boy. Be careful not to spoil ingredients you took your time to put in. Leave that to simmer. Spend time with her, and then you find L-O-V love, ingredients to making love. You'll have the recipe for love. Add anything you want, but you know most of all, just make time. Sometimes it gets cold, thick skin on porridge. No amount of honey can turn back time. No, answering that phone call when you're supposed to give your all. Smoke in your eye. Tell her that you love her. There's nothing in front of her. Don't email, Twitter, call by phone. No. If you give your guarantee, she'll give you everything. Day and night. L-O-V love, ingredients to making love. You have the recipe for life. Add anything you want, but you know most of us just make time. Love isn't just one word, it means so much more than you know. Yeah. It's like an umbrella, shelters you from the rain. Pain was a spring, you'll never the same Talk loud, yes, yeah. You have the recipe add anything you want, but you know most of us just make time. Don't feel love, really is to make it love. You have the recipe for life. Add anything you want, but you know most of all it's just make time.
Wow. I love that song. I love that song. That's definitely my top 5. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliantly put together everything. Yeah. The words, the singing, the music, everything perfect.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy working with Lifford and that song?
Yeah, it was that's another one that just came out of the blue as well. So yeah, it was great. I don't know if I told you the story about like how we met, and it was on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, well now known as X, but yeah, it was on Twitter, and I was like just scrolling through my feed one day, and I just saw my name coming up in some conversation. It's like, oh, you've been mentioned, and I saw a discussion going on. And it was a guy called Jeffro Sheeran, who happens to be the cousin of Ed Sheeran. And
Oh, wow.
He was talking. He's a rapper and a producer in his own right, and he was talking to Lifford, and it's like I just saw my name in the feed, and I was like, started reading. It's like, oh, Lifford was saying, I'm looking for soul producers to do some stuff, like soul. And then Jeffro sent a thing to him, said, with tagging me, saying, look at this, check this guy. And it was a track. I done a track called No Fantasy, a singer called D Freya. Big up D, you're watching from Brighton, yeah. And she's worked for a lot of great people as well. And he was like, yeah, check this out. So then Lifford's like, oh, wow. Some of that one, some of that. He goes, yeah, you should try contact. So they were just talking about this guy back and forth. And I thought, oh, I'm in this conversation, but I'm not really in it. So I just tapped him up and said, hey, I'm the guy you're talking about.
Wow.
And said, oh, yeah, well, I really like what you're doing. So we started talking. Ross, and he said, don't mind, I'd like to work with you. I said, if I don't mind, so I'd like to work with you. And then that was it. So we started just sending stuff back and forth to him. So it's a couple of tracks that he said, I definitely like these tracks. So met up a couple of times.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. See, that's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah,
Just collaboration and social media. How, because it's evident that social media has had a big impact, connecting you with
yeah, for
people
sure.
that, you never would have had, people would have never
That's
had
right.
before.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. And I've had some great experiences. I've had a lot of support from a lot of great people as well.
Yeah.
Legends and things as well. That like when they on MySpace, they really a lot of them are like really encouraging me, really into what I was doing, and I still remain friends with some of them to this day. Like proper
Good.
things. And some of them really really nice. I can name a couple of producers that I spoke to that was really like giving of their time and that were out there doing big things. Chucky Thompson, Ben Hunt, uh, the guy that produced some stuff for Amy Winehouse, not Mark Ronson. I should remember his name because he's a great producer as well. But those guys were really nice. They talked to me. I'd asked them about equipment. Asked them about their techniques and how to get it bass. And a lot of them were really, really, really cool. That would just have time to just talk music about what they do and how they do it and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great thing. It's a great platform, especially for musicians.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
And
brilliant.
yeah, also
Absolutely.
I forgot to mention even one of the guys from Cameo, Tommy Jenkins. This was interesting. We've done something. We're working on something, but we didn't quite finish it up. But yeah, he hit me up just from the thing and said, "I really dig your stuff." So there's the kind of people I'm talking about that. I was approaching people from Cameo. I had Beyonce's even ex-guitarist, like that. She just complimented stuff and said, "No, we're going to be Brucey," there's people that were just. So it was like at that time, it was like really, 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 really positive. There's
Brilliant.
nothing like it. There's nothing like it since, to be honest with you. At the time when it happened, for people like me that was kind of on the fringes and stuff like that, really sort of like open the doors. And I mean, I was on the inside before, but then I came
Mm-hmm.
out, and then that just opened things up to a degree that unless you're out there in certain places, you're not going to see all these people, and guys from
Yeah.
then it Will Harris, Funkadelic Guitarist, was a big support of mine as well as come check my stuff out. Yeah, man. So it was mind blowing to be honest. Yeah, yeah. I've actually printed out some prints, of some of the stuff like those conversations, just for posterity. Yeah,
Well, yeah, you'd be
yeah.
amazed at what people
Oh,
say,
yes.
what
Big
people
up.
hold on to.
No, no,
It,
definitely, definitely.
yeah. Um.
Um, Another one that Linda Williams, aka Aziza Miller now. She's Linda
Mhm.
Williams. She's the was the musical director for Natalie Cole. She
Oh
was
wow.
uses music too, and she was an artist in her own right, jazz pianist, composer. One of Natalie Cole's biggest hits was, or big hits, or you know, that is remembered now anyway. A lot of people like their soul and fusion. Lacosta, and I think Natalie wrote that lyrics, so I'm not sure she wrote like those lyrics put to it, and it was an instrumental at first, and she put a song to it, and it became a big thing, a big hit. It's like you can just Google it, man. And that Linda Williams, it's like that. We call each other FFLs, yeah, so yeah. And, she had a lot of good things and lots of encouraging things to say to me. So it's like when you get people like that with that caliber,
Mhm.
his shoulders of like giants, daughters of legends and stuff like that. It's quite humbling.
Good.
So,
What's the best advice that anybody has ever given you?
best advice. Best advice. Um, I think it was a friend from college, and I was doing music school, and he was a front man, a very flamboyant guy, and he's into Prince and all that kind of stuff, and those guys,
All right. Yeah.
that tall, that smile and everything, just the front man. I was like, oh, I'm a bass player, and I wrote a song in this band that we were together, and I used to sing it because I wrote the song when I initially I wrote it with a group of guys that I was in a band before, and then I merged those guys. The guys at college, I was in a band at college, so we merged together to one unit. And there's a song that I played the bass, and so when we formed this group, Dave, he was the main songwriter. He was the main man. He was the front man. He was the guy. He was like, he's writing music and stuff. And I'm just like put it behind him. So I had this particular song, and he said, "No, you sing it." He said, "I'll take a look. I'll go in the back right now." So you just take the spot for that moment. And play, because I was playing the bass and singing the song.
Mm-hmm.
And at one time, the song, so it grew so large, it became the center point of the whole band. Like whenever we played that song, the whole place was like up. It's like, because the thing is, the way I wrote that song, I just wrote the bass line and the lyrics. I didn't really compose it and put everything together at home. So I let my drummer, who's a friend of mine from school, come up with the drum beat. The guitarist again, he was my best friend. He came up with his own parts. So the song just naturally sort of like grew into what it grew into. And his songs, when Dave used to write his songs, he'd like bass most of it. He just like, it was rigid. So he'd write his stuff and said we just had to play what he'd written. You know, it's like, so he'd record his stuff and say, right, I want bass. Guitar, I only want you to play 2 notes here. I want to play. So then it was kind of restricted. So when my song sort of like started playing it, every time we'd play it, something else would happen. And a new part would come in, like the guitarist would put some arpeggios on, some reverb or something, some flying, something going on. I was like, yeah, it's a new part. And the song just went this huge, sort of beautiful thing. And so whenever we play it, it would just stand out. You know, it would just like, everybody would just be on a different level. And it kind of caused a bit of a problem after a while, because the backing vocalists started saying, no, whenever they play these songs, it's like everybody puts 110% in, but when they're playing their song, you know, putting all that in. But it wasn't true. It's because of the way it was performed. And because the guitarist, he was a shredder, he was into a lot of metal, he was into like a lot of like technical stuff. So when he was just told to play these 2 notes or just an octave here and there, it was really hard. And as you say to him, I said, look, you're a musician, remember? You don't have to shred all the time. It's not all the time you've got to play. This is the song, so you've got to play for the song. He said, yeah, I know, Pete, but he's not even giving me a chance to put a chord here or put an inversion there. So he just wanted like that. And so one day I said to him, because it became a bit of a problem, I just said, look, why don't you sing the song? Because I just want to be back. I don't want to be back. You sing the song, and I'll just play the bass. And he sang it a couple of times. And he said, no, that's your song. That's you. You should still sing it in the set. And then one time he stopped me and he said to me, look, he said, you should also, concentrate on thinking.
I can't hear you quite. If you come a bit closer, yeah.
Sorry. He said, you should also concentrate on thinking like doing your own stuff. And I said, why? I said, I really want to be the productions. I don't really, that's always me. I want to be behind the scenes. He goes, no. Because the thing is with you, he said to me, you want everybody to like you. And not everybody's going to like you. This is what you got to understand. You want to go out front, but you want everybody to love you, but not everyone's going to love you. So you've got so much talent. I'm telling you, you should do your own stuff as well. And this was a front man saying to me, you need to be front as well. And I thought about it at the time. So I used to kind of secretly do it, so I'd have my own thing in my bedroom, so I'd be like,
it all starts there.
And I'd be bouncing these tapes, bouncing the tracks on my own. So I'd have these little private things where I'd do it, sing it, and I'd just play it to my friends when they come around and say, listen to this. But it was nothing that I would like take in. So that the guys in the bands and that, I'd play them stuff. It was just for my pleasure. So I'd have my little secret, front man moment or whatever. The scenes. And to be honest with you, when I started really singing and going up front, doing that again, was during the MySpace era. When I said to you, I had stuff that I'd worked with people, but because of copyright reasons, they wouldn't let me put it up there because some of the stuff wasn't released and we still plan on doing it. So we didn't want to show shopping stuff around. So it's like, you can't put it up. Maybe small snippets. So what happened, out of necessity, I just started singing on some of the stuff just to vary the instrument. It was like, okay, it's an instrument. Let me just make a song so that I can write some lyrics too. I can do something. So that's when I started sort of like trying, to do a bit of singing and stuff. And he just sort of like just grew out of that, really, to be honest with you, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because I never really saw myself as the front person. But I sort of like enjoy it now to an extent, but still, my joy is like when I'm working with other people, and the collaboration thing. Yeah. I want to do like more stuff like that, more EPs, more albums where, like the people, like So Brandon Williams and those artists where they have their features, you know, Terry Martin and
Oh, I see what
all
you
of that
mean. Yeah.
stuff. And yeah,
Right.
those
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
people. So I'll still do my little something, something, but you know, this I want to get more of that catalog going where, you know, I have different people working on different stuff.
Mm. It's lovely working with other people
Yeah,
as well, you know?
because as I said to someone in another interview, like when Lifford came up with what he came up with on it was when I wrote that instrumental, I already had a melody in my head. And when what he came up with was something totally different, you know. And it's like, yeah, it's a learning curve as well. You know? Seeing something from another perspective or another angle, like a different melody or harmonies and stuff like that.
Well, you definitely are very varied. You definitely have talent for all different sorts of styles. And we're gonna play Afro Head.
Oh,
Um,
Afro Head Charge.
yes, Afro Head Charge. Tell us a little bit about it before we play it, because we're going to play that right next.
Okay, well, Afro Head Charge, again, was this a sort of like, what's he saying? Necessity is the mother of invention. Is that the saying? It was in during the period of the lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a lot of plans for 2020 and a lot of stuff that was supposed to be done during that period, and everything went flat. And then I started
Mm-hmm.
up my studio, and I think it was just like dead. And I was thinking, right, I had this nice little vibe going on moment to the vibes lab sessions with Eshe and Lippard and Andre
Mm-hmm.
and Lane and all that. And all of a sudden, I was just falling off, and there's nothing. I've got nothing because people we can't really get to record and stuff like that. And then I had some instrumentals that I had in the house, and I thought, oh, on my hard drive, and I thought, oh yeah, why don't you just maybe just do something different? Because I've always wanted to do this sort of like alternative, because I've got this alternative side of me. And I thought, this now's the time to maybe just bring that project back up. So I started dragging the files up and stuff, and lo and behold, yeah. And this Afro Head Charge, I already had the instrumental recorded, and something just come to our mind for some percussion to be put on there. And I thought, right, I contacted Dr. Jovaya Armstrong, and I thought this is a perfect vehicle for her to kind of play on. You know, it's got this sort of Afro kind of centric feel. That was the name of the type before the percussion went on it. But when the percussion went on it, it gave it more of an African vibe. It gave it more of a tribal thing, you know, when she added her touches and her flair on there. So yeah, I sent it to her, and that was how that sort of came about. She recorded. She said, yeah, I'm on it. There's 2 tracks I sent her actually from that project. That's the one I released first, and it coincided at the time when the Black Lives Matter movement thing was sort of like still going, you know, and all that sort of political unrest was happening. So it was kind of like a perfect time to sort of like put it out. So I put a video together to sort of like, you know, go along with the whole narrative. Yeah.
And you actually put the video together yourself,
yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I sort of
So
learned how
another
to
talent of yours.
I bought software, and then I said, oh, okay, let me try this thing, you know, because I was in isolation. And
Yeah.
then again, I wanted to put something out just to sort of like keep the momentum. Right? I know it was sort of alternative. I said, at least I'm still present. You know? So I knew that project was not going to be something that the DJs that were digging the stuff that I normally do, with a lot of them won't be on it. They might like it, but it's not going to be in their format. But still, I was also looking for another group of people, you know, like another, for a better word, a better term, demographic, to reach out to, basically, you know, was this alternative sort of dance, electronica kind of thing. So, yeah, and Jobaya came and she was firing up on there. Yeah, a brilliant job. So it's an honor to have her on, you know. So again, she's played with some great people and stuff like so. To have her in the fold, you know, be a willing participant, you know, it's an honor. So yeah, big up to Jovaya, Dr. Jovaya Armstrong. That's that one. Yeah, respect.
Brilliant. We're going to play it right now. Just going to load it up, and then we can hear it on the show. Here we have everyone. P5s with Afro Head Charge. Hey, brilliant. So it's got sort of like an African beat. Then
Yes.
I could hear like a drum and bass kind of
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
housey kind of beat. I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, it's electronic, man. It's just a fusion of different things, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Wow. So P5s, what have we got to look forward to you coming up in the
Coming
future?
up in the
Yeah.
future, just busy, uh, busy, just the next chapter now. So, yeah, I just want to see where it's going to take me because there's a lot of growth that's been going on, like spiritually and mentally. Just the last few years, there's changes and stuff. So, yeah, interesting. Should be an interesting. Right.
Oh, we're looking forward to much,
Oh,
much, much.
I forgot to mention there was a little sort of like little vanity project that I was going to put out. It's like very lo-fi, and then again, it's supposed to have been salvaging the vaults, during the time when I was putting the studio together. So there's a project I was putting together. So it's just a little lo-fi kind of thing. It's going to be a mixtape. So that's kind of like, but that's going to be a thing I'm going to put together before the new real new stuff starts. You know. So
Okay.
that's I'm going to look to get out. So, yeah.
Soon. Okay, so we got that project to look forward to.
Yeah, yeah. But this year,
Brilliant.
yeah, it works. So,
Oh, do keep us all updated and informed, and
sure.
put it on all your social media sites. We've got it at the
Mhm.
bottom of the screen, scrolling, so we can find you. Where can we find you? Instagram, YouTube,
Mhm.
Facebook, and TikTok. But your
Mhm.
your biggest one is Instagram. You're really
Yeah,
like
yeah,
active on there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not really in the Facebook thing. It's too clunky. It's just, I don't know. I never liked it, to be honest.
Hmm.
No disrespect to Facebook because I'm not the owners. But before I would myself before,
Well, we call it Facebook, isn't it?
yeah,
Before they
but
start getting
I just the
feisty.
format. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of the format too tough, but
Yeah.
you have a music page on there as well. So sometimes go on there. Used to be all right, but then it's slowed down. I think it's the algorithm situation. So,
Yeah, a lot goes on there. I won't say too much, but a
yeah,
lot of
that's-
restrictions and stuff,
yeah,
Whereas I think Instagram has a better flow.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's what I prefer to use.
Yeah. eh, Yeah, it's not so clunky
Yeah,
and easy to just like, you know, send messages,
and
receive and
navigate around.
say navigate around. Yeah, it's just a got easier
It's
flow.
perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. But hey, you know, they're all useful in their own way,
of course, of course, of course.
Yeah. So everyone, that's where you can find P Vibes. Instagram, predominantly Instagram. You can see him on YouTube, all his videos and music on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. He's building up his TikTok. So we're gonna see more and more you on TikTok or the TikTok
Yeah,
followers.
yeah, because I'm gonna have to do some more live stuff on there, and little bits and stuff like. Because I haven't really done a lot of that kind of thing. Um, but yeah,
I see a lot of people doing like a few little bits like,
yeah,
on
that's right.
TikTok, and
Yeah,
then they get people to interact, and
yeah,
you know,
exactly,
you build
exactly.
up enough, you can interact and talk
It's
to the people,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah,
me laugh,
it's
like when I see because I don't really do a lot of that stuff, but I know, I guess a lot of people like to showcase themselves, like, oh, playing and stuff like that. It's really beautiful. I see a lot of people like playing stuff, and I say it's some, especially when they play the old school stuff, like because I say to you when I used to do all that programming, with like that program like that, put the bass line. I used to go home, but then I'd be on my bass, and I'd be on the drums, and I'd be on the piano, and all that stuff, So I'd be playing live, and I'll play the records, so I'll play along to the records, put the track on, I'll start, learn the bass lines, So it's like
Mhm.
that with Graham and stuff, George Duke stuff, and all that kind of stuff. So play along to. So when I see these guys now, these kids, and it just reminds me of like, oh, but that wasn't around then, Was that I was doing it all the time, That was like practice, like because I think I was at one of my sister's house one time. I was gonna, so I was playing this pen, so I don't figure this out. He goes, "Have you been practicing?" No, I don't practice like I used to practice. He goes, "Why not?" Because I
Mhm.
was literally used to be on it, used to play all that stuff. And I said, "No, because I think that I've gotten to a point where I've learned the instrument enough to do what I need to do. So because I just write now, I know everything, how to get around the thing, So I don't play like along to those stuff like I used to practice. So just, whether it's just a time thing.
Mm.
Um, but I was thinking when I see all these people go out doing this thing, I said, yeah, it'd be nice to get back into it and do a little bit of that showcase and stuff.
Definitely, they will really, really appreciate it
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot. Yeah. Yeah. I know. And when I see it, I'll get people to join in as well.
Uh, I remember it's like, yeah, exactly. It's funny. I think it was the time I remember I was in the old house, in the old studio, and I was there, and I don't know, I was
Mhm.
doing playing blues harmonica, and I was there bluesing and riffing away. And then my sister must have came in, and she goes, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, and this was before the MySpace thing. Because this was one of those things that had a video of you. This is something that you would show, but no one had really anything to record, at the time. Like nice to kind of. But there's like lots of moments like that. But the platform's here now. Platform's there. So,
So you mentioned your sister, talking about family. I remember earlier on on the show, you mentioned your mum. So your mum was a reverend in the church, was she?
Reverend, she was in the church choir, much like
The church choir.
like
Okay, right.
in Jamaica. She was like, yeah, great singer and stuff like that.
And she sang.
The point where, yeah, people from the States will come to check her out. She would have had a career like in that. Producer came from the States because people go back and forth.
Wow.
Jamaica's very close to America, so
Yes.
it's no surprise that
Yes.
Jamaicans or Caribbeans, I should say,
Yeah.
would go to America to look for work and stuff like that. So I don't know, the word must have got out there. Some producer came from some place and he came to check her out. And she
Wow.
went to English, she got married with my father, and that was the rest is history, really. She just said, that's like, no, it
She
was
became a married woman.
because because a lot of the friends that came from there would say
Yeah.
to me, "Oh, when your mum used to sing in church, the whole parish could hear her. The
Wow.
voice, but then she could also be very mellow. She had she was pitch perfect. Like, you know, um, I'm just trying to just hang on to what piece of talent she is falling upon me. You know what I'm saying? And but the strangest thing is that also, so I thought, yeah, all the talent also came from her. I know my dad said his brother used to play guitar
Oh,
and sing
right.
in
Okay.
church as well. And but so that was that, and I thought, okay, well, there's a little bit of shit from there, but because she's such a powerful musician, she's so rhythmic and he's so wonderful for talent that it's really coming from her. But then he would say, no, you have an uncle, that. But then I found out, lo and behold, now we got a brother that we never grew up with and never knew. It was just a brother from another mother,
Yeah.
and never was spoken much about. But we knew he was there. I never knew what he'd done or anything about. Time we got to know each other, and I found out, lo and behold, um, he's a musician. He's a multi-instrumentalist too. He choir directs and choir leads. So I think he would probably be like. And I'm thinking, oh, so hold on a minute. So I thought that, so yeah, he's just like me, plays instruments just like me, plays drums, plays bass, all that.
Wow.
Oh, so it's just coming from me. It's not just from the one side.
It's from your dad's side as well.
It's that side as well. Because as far as I know, he didn't say anything. I didn't hear that his mum has great musical talent in singing or playing or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hey, so here you go. Because it's kind of strange that we sort of mirror each other in the way that
Mm.
he plays too. So I thought, okay.
Wow. So genetics account for a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It really does. It really does. So you come from a musical, talented family then. So that's why. Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant. I couldn't end the show because we're coming near towards the end of the show. We've still got some time left, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
um, but Angel,
Mm-hmm.
I had to feature Angel today. I love that song. So who's singing in it? Is that you? Just you singing in this one, isn't it? You singing it. You wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
You produced it. Everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Everyone, listen to this. Angel P vibes.
Angel, alright, yeah. Angel, I feel you and I need you each morning, and I hear you calling. Won't you come rescue me? Or won't you set me free? RnB, happy as can be. You can set me free. Come and take the rest of me, 'cause you you don't have the best of me. It's fine. Always on my mind. Come and take the rest of me, 'cause you done got the best of me. Angel, I want you. Grant me this love too, and I hear you calling. Won't you come and rest me? My sweet serenity, render me happy as can be. You can set me free. Come and take the rest of me, 'cause you don't have the best of me. It's fine. You're always on my mind. Come and take the rest of me, 'cause you don't got the best of me. Oh, baby, to want you, yeah. So far, baby, because you make me mine. Oh, you, I want you. Oh, baby, so much, you're in my mind, you're in my mind, baby. My baby, you're so fly. I wanna make you my man, yeah. I wanna make you my next fly, yeah. I said you bring my angel, angel. Oh baby, my you mean my, yeah. My angel. Oh, in the morning, making a right, yeah. You're so fly, you're so fine, you're divine.
Enjoy that, right?
Definitely my top 3.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Yeah. I enjoyed that, Angel. Yeah, definitely. What inspiration did you take when you was writing that song?
Right. So I think when I was writing that thing, I think I was going through some things at the time, and it really sort of like it's almost like a love song now. Like it comes like in terms of like the initial thing.
Mhm.
It really was like a prayer in a way, because yeah, it was just an expression. I think I was
Mhm.
just a bit of comfort, subliminally with prayer.
Brilliant.
You know, yeah.
And nobody would know that. That's the thing with
Mm,
music. It's like it sometimes the writer is really talking about something else, but it's
mm,
so transferable,
mm, yeah.
that whoever's listening to it,
Mm,
they can sort of relate to it in their own way because
yeah.
the words are still applicable.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Who would have thought it would be a prayer? But yeah, it all makes sense. Beautiful. Wonderful. Love it. Loving every minute of it. Wow. Wow. P vibes. I wish we had more time.
I thought we were gonna be like, we're gonna have those quiet moments, like those awkward moments, or
That's quite awkward.
or some waffling going on, and that, things I didn't even get to mention, and there's people I didn't get to mention when you asked me.
Go on, mention all the things that you didn't get to mention.
BJ Spunk, who's played trombone on stuff. He's played on No Fantasy, Vicky Flynn. He's done stuff, some solo stuff on some solos, and other things as well. He played trombone for Prince, Revered. He's worked with tons of people, Africa Bambaataa, Reggae, Bone Man, and the list goes on, And Vicky Flynn also played trumpet on Recipe and on No Fantasy. Got to give her props as well. She's a great musician, great artist, on the rack as well. These people are like stellar, Obviously, there's Eshe, and also big up Eshe and Lifford. Andre Bentley, we didn't get to play any of his stuff today. Big up you, because we're going to be doing things anyway. So big up to him, Who else? Lane, Jovaya, Lifford, big up. The list goes up. And also I give props to Clinton McCreary, who actually remastered some of the stuff that I put out. That Angel, that was a remaster, and that's Clinton McCreary, who's a part of the Real People Collective and Grammy nominated engineer, So yeah, it's great having him some of that stuff. Yeah, and that's it. Big up to the family. Morgan Thompson's, sisters and everybody. Yeah, and it's all of them are musicals. Music's in the family as well, in the blood. So a sister that's singing as well. That she performed on some stuff with me as well. So
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. So big up. I say all their names. I big up my family so much that they would like I would name all the names. So got names and the whole thing. But it was like, yeah. But big up to my family. Love you lots. Everybody. Yeah.
Well, P Vibes, it's been an absolute joy having you on the Adassah at Large on Sunday show. And, definitely we'll have you back on the platform when you've got going on to part 2, your next stage, and with all your developments, your musical developments. We want to hear all about it, P Vibes. Definitely so. Yeah. So everyone, please, from your homes, from your workplaces, wherever you are, please give P Vibes a round of applause. Thank you, P Vibes.
That's up to everyone.
Oh, I'll take my. What exactly are you drinking there, P Vibes? I'm just curious. I see this beautiful red drink.
Oh man, yeah, man. This is little juice, man. This is a little juice, little red.
Okay.
This is
Okay, nothing any stronger. Okay, it's too early for anything stronger. Oh, that's all right. That's cool. Well, it looks fantastic. It looks so cool. But yeah. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Adassah Large show. We thoroughly enjoyed your company, and I did say an hour and a half goes by very quickly on this.
Saying you're right. Let me put a chat to another OR.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So much to talk about. So but we'll definitely have you back on another show. Yeah. But thank you. Wishing you all the best. We're gonna leave out the show. One of your earlier songs that you had. Featuring Vicky Flint. Does your mind go way back? It is Send Me a Letter.
Oh my days. I never expected that one.
I know you didn't. I
Man,
always
sorry.
have to throw a
Oh
curveball
my
into
days.
the ring.
What-
Yes, I cannot be
Okay.
predictable, P Vibes. I have to throw in a curveball.
Okay, okay, you caught me there. You caught me there.
I caught you out. I have to.
Yeah, you
I
caught
have
me.
to. I can never be predictable.
Right.
Thank you. God bless you. Have
God
a
bless you, Chrissy.
great Sunday. And everybody, look out for P Vibes. He is the man to produce your music, to play on your music, to sing on your
Yeah.
music, to write on your music,
Yeah.
all types of genres. He is the man to go to. Find him on Instagram and you'll be able to find him and collaborate with him. And he is fantastic. So thank you. God bless. We're going
God
to
bless you. God bless
leave
everybody.
the show
One
in
love.
the safe hands of P Vibes with our wonderful Vicky Flynn. Send me a letter. Bye for now. Bye, everyone. Keep locked in with Magnet Radio. We've got Remington still after this show on the radio. Then we've got Mr. Magnet with the Reggae Time Show, Cam Cutter with Sunday Time Show. We've got all sorts of things. We've got Remington still. We've got I'll see us with the Jazz Show if you want to go to bed in the right way and start your week the right way, everybody. So stay locked. Got another show lined up. Stay tuned with the Adassah at Large on Sunday show in weeks to come. This is the platform where rising stars shine. We're out of there here with P Vibes.
Remember back in the days, yeah. Oh, yes. Remember back in the day, we used to kick it, baby, round the way. I know things have changed. The way we were could never stay the same. I'd like to know how you do. How's your life and everything with you? Everything here is cool. My friends and fam, they send their love to you. Can you send it over, baby? Send it on to me, because I said I will read every line. I wanna hear from you, baby, one more time. I'll say yeah, send me a letter. I'd like to know just how you're getting on, baby. If it makes you feel better, you can send it with a kiss from your. Remember when I got jacked? Yeah, you're the only one that had my back. Father said, you're such a brave sister girl. You never thought twice about putting me first. Now are you somebody's wife? And baby, do you have the kid I wanna